Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news for the week ending the 10th of June with a roadmap update and recaps on calling all devs around the verse and reverse the verse from the week and more. Roadmap updates. Unfortunately, FPS AI and network bind culling have been delayed from 3.2 and pushed to potentially 3.3, although they could appear in a 3.2.x patch. The network bind culling is actually finished, but it makes sense for that to wait for object container streaming in 3.3, as it was causing lots of bugs that would have been hard to solve in time for a 3.2 release, and without object container streaming, bind culling can cause loading stalls as entities enter the client's range. It is a shame that FPS AI won't be ready though for the initial release of 3.2, as I wanted more to do on the ground. The rest of 3.2's features are starting to be tested by the Evocati. The patch will go to wider PTU in the near future, and then a live release at the end of the month. Calling all devs, they talked about life support systems. They're hull-bound systems that just need power, they can be damaged and repaired, and they will produce basically oxygen for you on your ship. Each location will typically have its own style of clothing or sets of clothing, and a percentage of the population there will be wearing that. The more hub-like or diverse an area is, the more likelihood that there is going to be more people wearing different types of clothing that aren't necessarily just based on that location's stores. The Phoenix is going to have better components than the other constellations. It's got 2-man turrets and an additional unmanned turret will follow. The new Drake concept has been teased a few times. I'll show the latest pictures. We're assuming it's the Vulture that's going to start to be shown from the 14th of June onwards. The original blurb for the ship was a 1-man salvage starter ship, no drones but plenty of onboard storage to help with EVA salvage operations, space for cutters, charges, etc., and space in a separate area to store or process the recovered salvage, mostly designed for a player to EVA out and do the salvage rather than sit inside and do it with tractor beams and lasers, small enough to sneak into hostile areas unnoticed to recover fresh salvage. That might have changed a lot since they gave us that blurb, so we'll have to wait and see, and it might not even be the Vulture, although it's very likely to be. Around the verse this week was mostly a 3.2 teaser. They showed off a new mission giver, mining, scanning, scramble races in their current versions that they have of them, that are constantly being updated, improved, and will continue to throughout the Evocati and PTU process. Various AI improvements were shown as well, progress on modular rest stops and hangars. Hurston's biomes are quickly getting more developed too, and we saw a savanna, tundra, and mining pit, as well as some flora for the planet. 2 of the FPS light machine guns were shown in the coming 3.2 patch. The F-55, which is a rapid-fire ballistic weapon, versus the Democo, which is slower, laser, and more accurate. Reverse the verse. There was a few little bits in there about the ships that are appearing in 3.2. Each of the Avengers is a variant, so you're not going to be moving the modules around, so you can't move the Stalker's modules to the cargo bay of the Titan or whatever, at least in the short term. In the future, those ships might become more modular. The Avengers ramp door is wider and taller now, allowing some vehicles to potentially fit in the Avenger Titan, like the Nox and Dragonfly. It appears that the ship will have 2 size 3 weapons and a size 4 nose weapon. That's what it looks like, and that's pretty strong, but the rest of its components aren't getting any form of buffs. The cargo capacity is the same too, but there is more room to walk around. The ship is larger, and it hasn't lost that much agility because of it. The cells on the Stalker are now sort of usable, where you can get in and out of them. The Hurricane is more focused towards ballistic loadouts due to its smaller power plant. The Blade has the same entry and sort of exit as other Vandal ships, and in the future, the other Vandal ships will be getting a similar update or pass. The Prospector won't be able to drop its saddlebags in 3.2, but they're going to give you plenty of room to store mining materials in the shorter term until they get that ready. The mining lasers do deal real damage, but it's not really intended as a weapon. Beds, toilets, and living spaces are there to help indicate and support the length of operations and the range of a ship. There will be various armor types to equip ships too, so armor's going to have varying weights and protection types. In the future, there is more stealth mechanics in 3.2, so it's sort of like some stealth's going to be in there. It's going to be harder to detect some ships, and signatures are going to be a lot more important when fighting. The Eclipse is around half the signature of the Sabre, and the Sabre is around half that of a Hornet. That's sort of like without any items changes. There will be a 3.2 flight ready sale at some point as well, and all ships in the future will be able to scan, but ones focused for scanning will have advantages. Some other news for RSI subs this month, they get some skins for the Arrowhead sniper rifle. We also saw a sneak peek of the Outlaw armor, and the monthly report has come out too. I will get a summary of that up as soon as possible. This month's featured spotlight is the Damar Rally, and they're giving away a rally pack of a Tumbrel Cyclone and an Aegis Vulcan, which coincidentally is all the hardware you need to enter the rally. The Damar Rally is an annual community organised event which is set to have its inaugural endurance race on the 27th of January 2019. There will be 3 divisions over a 300-kilometre course set on Crusader's moon, Damar. It is an in-game event, and I am very much up for these. A 4-person crew can sign up their team now with a ground vehicle and support vehicle. More info, the sign-up and complete rulebook can be found on damarrally.com. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that rally pack, though, is be subscribed to my channel and comment on any of my videos throughout June. 1 per video. Each video gives you another chance to win. Also, I'm working with Shadow, which is a cloud-based subscription gaming PC service that gives you an alternative to upgrading, but also as a gaming PC anywhere. I'm trying to make the service as Star Citizen friendly as possible, but please check that out again in the description below if you're interested, and using the promo code BoredGamer will give you a discount too if you decide that you like it. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.